Hey guys, Marsing here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to take a look at the free-to-play AGL Kid Vegeta, the Super Strike unit that has gotten his Awakening and EZA. I did actually start link leveling this unit before his EZA. About a month or so ago, we obviously thought, actually no, it was longer than that, we thought we were going to get his EZA, I think it came as part of the Raditz celebration on JP, and then it didn't for Global. So I'd started link leveling him, even though obviously I knew he was going to awaken and get Shattering the Limit. So I'd gotten 4 of his links to 10, Prodigies is at 9, Bombardment is at 8. I just ran him on like one stage since I EZA'd him, and Shattering the Limit went up to 2. So he's mostly level 10 links, but little bit of discrepancy there with Shattering the Limit. So haven't given him any skill orbs. It's pretty much always the way I go for these free-to-play units. We do these initial showcases, and then if I feel like I am going to use them on a team or something later on down the line, maybe then I will give them the skill orbs. So he has an AGL types leader skill 3 key, HP attack and defense 77%. His super attack is that he raises attack for 1 turn, does supreme damage, and has a high chance to stun. So potentially could be useful for Super Battle Road. He gets attack and defense 100% when performing a super. He gets an additional attack and defense 20% with each attack performed up to 100. And then he gets an additional attack 20% with each super performed up to 100. So you have to attack 5 times to get his full attack and defense buff. And you have to do 5 supers to get his full attack buff. So obviously, if your first 5 attacks are 5 supers, then obviously he's going to be fully built up in that respect. He also gets an additional 50% defense when there's another youth ally in the same turn, and another 50% defense when there is a gifted warriors ally in the same turn. And then he launches an additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super with 3 or more orbs obtained, which is obviously very, very easy to do. So we are using him on the Majin Vegeta team for the 200% lead, Vegeta family and gifted warriors. So there's a lot of gifted warriors allies to be on rotation for him for that defense buff. I also brought this Tech Bulla. Now obviously she doesn't have her EZA yet on Global. It's going to be coming out in the next week or 2 or 3. So she's obviously kind of mid at the moment, pre-EZA, but she is a unit on this team that once she gets her EZA would definitely be runnable as that unit to give him the youth ally on rotation. And then of course we have this Trunks to fulfill not only the Majin Vegeta Trunks requirement, but also he is actually one of the better link partners. Link partners for this guy are probably his biggest issue. The most common partners are the 8-bit like Butoden Vegeta, who is okay, and then the Black Marseillan, who obviously has to be run with a heroes unit to be good. And then we drop down to 4 links, and that Super Saiyan 2 Trunks does actually share 4 links with him. So we're going to keep those 2 together. We'll get the 3 orbs, so we get the extra chance for the super attack. And then we'll see how we get on here, because Xeno Vegeta shouldn't kill Vegeta here. I put him in slot 1 because obviously the Kid Vegeta gets most of his stats on super. Oh, of course he double supered. Are you kidding me? Okay. Alright, well, I guess we have to wait for the next turn. Not ideal, but it is what it is. We get to get the Trunks floated around, though. So I think we've already floated off the Tech Vegeta, so I guess we just do this. So we keep these... keep the 2 Majin Vegetas here for now, so we can float off Bulla so that she can be useful as a support unit. So, pretty bad luck. I didn't want to put him in slot 1 because his defense was so low, and we did get supered in slot 1. So, obviously him getting all of his stats on super until you start getting that build-up means that on his first turn, he's definitely not a good unit to put in slot 1. So, we'll see how the next couple of turns play out, shall we? So we've got the friend Majin Vegeta, then we've got Bulla. Bulla providing that little bit of support to all allies attack-wise, and then she's not actually taking any attacks. She does still have that built-in chance to dodge on the team, which I believe is 30% if there's no other Peppy Gals allies. Well, actually, she is taking an attack at the end. How much is she going to take from this if she doesn't dodge? 70k, okay. I'm very much looking forward to her EZA. I'm in the process of link leveling her. Actually, is she one of the ones that is finished? I have a bunch of these units that have 1 link to go. Okay, no, she is finished already. Alright, so now we can have these 2 together. So these 2 share Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Royal Lineage, and Shattering the Limit. We also get Prodigies if we put you in the middle. So let's go ahead and do this, and then we make sure we get 3 orbs for the Kid Vegeta, so we get the extra attack, because obviously, you know, I went full additional with him on the hidden potential as well, because obviously you want him to get those attacks as quickly as possible, because he needs to attack 5 times, but he also needs to super attack 5 times. So 3.36 is his first attack stat. Now bear in mind, on this turn he does have a lot of support. We get the hidden potential? Oh, we do not. So 2 attacks and 1 super so far. So that means he's gotten 40% attack and defense from his passive, as well as 20% extra attack. So now we're going to transform into Majin Vegeta with the tech one. We did also have a gifted warrior on the rotation for that turn, so he did get the extra 50% defense. We'll see what he looks like defense-wise on this next turn coming up, because obviously he has gotten off a couple of attacks now. Yeah, we'll do this for you. Just leave the AGL orbs at the bottom. We might actually take him out here, considering we've got double Int Majin Vegetas on the rotation. I did only bring a friend that was 55%, and mine is only 55%. I'm really hoping that they don't do a repeat of Int Broly from last year, and he takes like 10 or 11 months to come back on Global. Because, you know, Saiyan Day being on both versions is great, but not when it massively delays the unit coming back for Global, because Majin Vegeta, I think he is underrated. I really like him as a unit, but having him at 55%, those of you that were there for that summon stream, that was probably one of the biggest shafts I've had so far in this 2022. 2,000 stones exactly to get 1 copy. It was literally the multi that took the total to 2,000 stones that I got the first copy of him. And then I think I did a few multis after that and still didn't get any extra copies. So, alright, so on this rotation, we have a youth ally. So we have the 50% defense buff. Unfortunately, for some reason, Super Saiyan 2 Trunks is not a gifted warrior. I feel like Trunks should be on gifted warriors, right? But here's what it is. So he's got 100k defense. Now, bear in mind, he gets 100% attack and defense when performing a super. Then also, of course, by getting the next couple of attacks, he's also getting that extra buff as part of his passive. So he is going to be over 200k. We've got a little bit of support from Trunks. Obviously, Bulla only gives attack support, so she's not helping him out in the defense department. So if we can actually get the additional from the hidden potential on this turn, then he will have attacked 5 times and his passive will be fully maxed out. And then it's only going to be the extra attack that he needs to get by doing more additional super attacks. So 3.9, and then let's see, can we actually get the passive attack convert into a super? We do not. So it's attack number 4, hidden potential, there we go. Okay, so it wasn't a super, but he now has all 5 attacks from his passive. So his passive is fully built up, so he has the extra 100% attack and defense that he can build up from his passive, and he's super attacked twice, so he has 40% extra attack, still with room to get another 60%. So very, very good. Let's just grab these for you. Grab 6 orbs for, although you're not even being attacked, so we don't really even need 6 orbs for you, but it is what it is. We'll finish him off this turn fairly easily. We've got the extra support from Xeno Vegeta. There's the level 5 dodge, and then 6 mil. I mean, Vegeta, it is a little bit annoying that you have to be under that HP threshold for him to get that extra attack buff, but I still see people talking about this Int Majin Vegeta as if he does no damage. I mean, mine is 55%, and yeah, we've got a support unit on the rotation, but 6 million at 55%. Remember, he's a more defensive-based unit, right? Like, he's going to be tanking everything for double-digit damage, especially after supering, especially in this event. I mean, obviously, this event, not the hardest in the world. I like using the Vegeta event to test out these free-to-play units, because obviously they're not the... not always the strongest, but now we can get our... wait, you don't have prodigies? Crazy. Alright, no support on the rotation, so I guess there's no real reason why we can't just put you in slot 1. Although, you're now at 154k defense, so that's now with his passive fully maxed out, and then the support from Trunks, who's giving, what? Is it 20% if they're non-crossover? Oh, no, it's 25%. Okay, and then crossover allies get the extra, obviously. So that's actually not too bad. Yeah, we'll go ahead and attack with you first. Why not? So we still need to get a couple of supers in order for him to be fully built up in terms of his attack. But this is him with his defense fully maxed out. So after supering, he is going to be over 300k defense, which is pretty good for a free-to-play unit. He does have a gifted warrior ally on rotation, which is obviously the Majin Vegeta. So if we had a youth unit on rotation as well, he would be getting another 50% defense. Can we actually get a hidden potential super? No, apparently not. Okay. Alright, so his attack stat's not terrible. Again, free-to-play unit. I have to make sure my expectations are at a realistic level. The biggest problem with the Super Strike units is the fact they have these links like Super Strike and Bombardment, which they kind of only share with each other. I wonder if they will do something in the future once they've done the EZAs for all the Super Strikes, or maybe they'll do it once they've done enough of them. But I wonder if we could see some kind of interesting like free-to-play LR grind, similar to like the Prime Battle thing, but where you have to use like the EZA Super Strike units. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and we want to make sure we want to try and make sure we get 6 orbs for the Tech Vegeta so that he's guarding, but it looks like that we are not going to be able to do that. I think for the sake of not getting killed here, because I feel like Bulla could quite easily get us killed on this turn. Let me heal. We are going to get the Dokkan attack, so we should do decent damage with Majin Vegeta this turn anyway. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm not going to use an item here. Hopefully we don't get killed. I mean, we've almost seen Kid Vegeta at his full potential. We just need him to get, what is it? Actually, does he need to do 2 more supers to have his full attack buff? So, it's a little bit disappointing when you get that bad RNG. Because obviously, with good RNG, he could super attack 3 times on turn 1. And then on his second turn, he would obviously look way more impressive. Because he'd have gotten the 60% buff from his passive and a 60% attack buff from the fact that he did 3 super attacks. So he's a unit that definitely early on in the event can look much better or worse depending on your RNG with not only the built-in attack from his passive but the hidden potential as well. So we should finish him off here, right? Because yeah, we picked up the orbs to make you effective against all types. So let's see here. So now we have double supports. This is a very good rotation. And you do have prodigies, yeah. So you are going to have 5 links active now. Defense is 189k. So remember, he gets 100% on super. So his defense looking pretty good. I just need to make sure I get 3 orbs for him so he can get his additional. There we go. Save the int orbs for you. Although I guess we don't really need them, right? We got enough HP or whatever on this turn anyway. Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, not an ideal slot 1 unit, but I wanted to put Kid Vegeta in the middle so we could get prodigies active. Plus, you know, Trunks has type advantage at least, so not too bad in slot 1. 3.3 million for him is pretty good as well. So let's see, Kid Vegeta, what have we got? 6 million on this turn, okay. Alright, that's looking pretty good, and he can still get 1 more stack. He's not going to get another super, is he? Okay. Alright, so you still need to see 1 more turn, but with the double support, I don't think even with the final buff, he's going to hit higher than 6 million. But, I mean, 6 million with the fact that on this turn he has almost 400k defense is pretty good as well. He has what, like, well, I say almost 400, it's over 350, but pretty good defense on this turn. So, let's go ahead and let me put the skip on here. Let's just get through to the next phase as quickly as we can. If I just use both of these active skills, that should be enough, right? No. Alright, well, we can get 6 orbs for you in slot 1, so we should be all good here. We obviously just lost a lot of HP by using both of those active skills at the same time, but we get the full orb requirement for both the Majin Vegetas, so it's not like we're going to lose really any HP this turn. We got the orbs for the tech one as well, so he's guarding as well as being effective against all types. So we can just get this guy out of the way and see the final attack stat from Kid Vegeta that will max out his passive. Now that is the downside again, of course, to getting bad RNG, is that extra attack buff that he gets from doing super attacks. We're like how many turns in now? And I think, unless that last one was the last one and I just miscalculated, but we are very deep into the event and we are still, well actually yeah, we're on the last phase now. So, and we are still unable to get the final super attack. So we got a lot of support on this rotation. I'm going to throw this up just so we don't get immediately killed by like a super in slot 1 or something. But we have 150k defense just linked up with Trunks. So that, of course, goes to like 300 when he super attacks. So not bad for a free-to-play unit for sure. And then obviously Bulla pre-EZA without being able to dodge would probably take quite a lot of damage here. So yeah, 5.7. So she's getting the attack support from Bulla, which was almost equal to the attack support from... Actually, no, is it the same support as Xeno Vegeta? Did she give 40%? So overall, I would say he's pretty good for a free-to-play unit. The only problem is, because of his links, the fact that he's a Kid Vegeta, I feel like there's just much better options for this Majin Vegeta team. So he is, of course, a solid free-to-play pick, and it'll be interesting to see, as we already said, what they decide to do with Super Strike units. Does Trunks still die to this? No, good. So yeah, be interesting to see what he puts out in the future. I guess if we got like a really good Kid Broly or Kid Raditz, I guess who else is going to be on Gifted Warriors? I don't know. He could get a good partner at some point in the future, maybe. But there you go. That is the Super Strike revamp, Kid Vegeta. Definitely not terrible. But let me know what you guys think of him down below in the comment section. I said before when his thing was announced, even if you don't think you'll ever use him, just by doing the Super Strike revamp, like getting him all farmed up and everything, I think you get about 22 stones as a reward, so it's worth doing even if you're not going to use him. But let me know what you guys think of the unit down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.